Hi everyone, I'm Mick. Welcome to my shop. So last weekend I was at the Summer Bash in Southern California, and it was my first year there, and it was a blast. I'm definitely going back. Um, One of the nice things about it is I got to go home. I went to high school and college in Southern California, not too far from where Stan lives, about an hour or so. So I took some time and drove down to the town that I used to live in, San Clemente, and there's a couple photos that really brought back a lot of memories and made me realize how fortunate I was as a kid to grow up in such a beautiful place. And having gone back there this last weekend, there's really very, very few places like it on Earth that are just so beautiful and so temperate. The temperature is almost always exactly the same, and it hardly ever rains, and it's just paradise. Of course, with the exception of all of the things about it that attract everybody else, so you've got all the traffic and all of the taxes and all of the other problems associated with a lot of people living in a space like that. But so anyway, but yeah, the bash was great. All the sponsors are incredible. Lincoln Electric, Hot Shot Ovens, Drill Hog. This is our swag bag that we got. Came with a Drill Hog drill bit, which I've been using these for several years now. I think I first encountered them on some of Stan's videos. They are fantastic drill bits. This is all I buy anymore. In fact, I just bought some aircraft extension bits and a set of letter bits, and highly recommended. And Noga, I believe this was probably from Shars, but Noga deburring tool. Shars was another major sponsor. Cannot thank them enough. Evolvent Design. Andrew taught a fantastic gear cutting class. I'll pop up a picture here of the class. It was an all-day class. I think it was only supposed to go for a couple of hours, but it turned into probably 4 or 5 hours of everything from the history of gears to the math of gears to materials and lubrication, and then we actually went and did some gear cutting on a Precision Matthews, another sponsor. Thank you, Precision Matthews. A mill that they donated that somebody won. And fantastic. It gave me the confidence to cut some gears. I don't think I ever would have attempted it, but now, I can't think of a gear I have to make right now. But I'm soon as something comes up, I'm either going to just make one up, or I'm going to come across one, and I'm going to do it. It's such a mysterious thing that he makes so easy. So I met a ton of my YouTube machinist heroes out there. I met Tom Lipton, great guy. I got this drill bit gauge from Tom. He, buddy of his, made these up with laser cutter engraver. So thank you, Tom. And of course, met Keith Rucker. Spent some time talking to Kimber Zelick, great guy. Kimber's in Ohio, and came out not quite as far as me, but and then of course Dean Crawford from Air Cave Shop. Dean and I hung out quite a bit, got to know him. Another great guy. And Chuck Bomarito from Outside Screwball. He flew down with a buddy the day in a private plane the day of the event, and then flew back, so I didn't get to hang out with him much. Jeff Morris, another home shop guy. I don't think he's published many YouTube videos recently, but I know he does Instagram quite a bit. I'll put links to all these in the description down below. And of course, Randy Richard. Randy Richard is a great guy. Super nice guy. Dale Derry, of course, if you saw any of the videos, you saw he was one of the MCs and helped out with a ton of stuff. He did a great job. Got to hang out with my buddy Kenny Wayne Francaro, one guy in Arizona. Like I said, I'll put a link to his website. He's been spending a lot of time helping his family build a soda truck trailer for taking around to like carnivals and fairs and stuff like that to do specialty sodas. Yeah, hope they have great success with that. It looks like he's doing a terrific job. So of course I got a bunch of stickers. Evolvent Design, of course, as I said, the Bash. I got a sticker from Tom at Ox Tools. Joe Way, Sierra Specialty Auto. I owe you a sticker, Joe. I'll get it out in the mail here soon. Thank you. And of course the Bash sticker, and then yeah, Randy Richards. So yeah, so I got a few things that I picked up at the swap meet, and won a couple things in the auction, which was great. It was the first year that I've actually won anything. I think I've entered now 3 years in a row and finally won something. So yeah, so let's take a look real quick, couple things. So I picked up this Starrett V-Block set that comes with a rod to link the two together. It's got some sort of spring mechanism inside the block to provide friction and to keep it tightly aligned, and then of course the clamp. I've seen these before. The nice thing I wanted them for is because they're small. I didn't have a set of V-blocks this small. But Starrett refers to these as drill blocks. I might have to go do a little bit of research and find out what specifically they had in mind for using these for, especially with this pin that goes down through the center. But beautiful condition. As you can see, even the box is in excellent condition. So that'll be a nice addition. Of course, there was a gentleman selling quite a few sets of new old stock of angle plates, and I picked up some 1-2-3 blocks from them and stuff. So some extra sets of made in China, but still decent quality stuff. And the last thing I won, or I bought in auction, I'm going to hold off and show you that at the end here, because it is truly special. But a couple things I won in the auction. I got this Mighty Mag base, which is nice because I didn't have one of these before. One of my concerns is always in auctions and things like that I'm going to get something that I already have 3 of, or something like that. And then the other nice thing I got is these Schar's Aventor 12-inch digital calipers, and nice big display, and it's even got the fractional mode. Oh, that's millimeter. There we go. Fractional mode, which these are the only digital calipers I have that have fractional mode, which is nice for things like when you're measuring, I hate to say it, plywood. 3/4 inch plywood or 1/2 inch plywood is not 1/2 inch anymore. If I think 1/2 inch plywood is like 15-30 seconds. And so if you're wanting to make precise dado cuts or something like that for the thickness, you pretty much have to go measure it nowadays. You can't rely on on what it's supposed to be. But these are great because I don't know if you saw it. I just did a video about putting a 6-jaw chuck on my closing lathe, and when I made that, I made the backing plate for it. I did not have any way of measuring what the diameter of the boss should be, and I ended up using a pair of old calipers, which are not even vernier calipers, so they were not anywhere remotely accurate. But what I did is I used those more as a gauge, as like a almost like a telescoping gauge kind of thing, and locked them down. And then I happened to have a 6 to 7 inch micrometer that I measured across those and was able to get it done. But this would have come in real handy. So very glad to have this. And then finally, this, the pièce de résistance. It's a cylinder master square. And you say, oh, okay, great, a cylinder master square. Yep. Well, first of all, I've been wanting one for a while because I don't have any sort of reference for my surface plate for for anything. So I've been looking at them, and of course they're very expensive. Even a small one like this will set you back hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But what makes this one so special is that this one was reground by Stan Zinkowski. And I'll put a link to the video that he did when he ground this cylinder square. And he ground it, when he was done, it was accurate to within 50 millionths. So not only do I have a high precision master cylinder square, but I know what the accuracy of it was anyway. I mean, obviously things change, but it's still more than accurate enough for me. Probably not far off from that. But it was done by Stan in a video, and so it's got some provenance. It's got a few stains on it and stuff now. Stan suggested that I use some steel wool, and he said steel wool will not abrade the surface. It more acts like a burnisher or polisher to get some of this off. I did do that. Used some WD-40 with some quadruple zero steel wool. I want to get a hold of Stan and see if it'll be okay to move up a few ranges on the steel wool, something a little bit rougher, or maybe just leave it. Like I said, they're just almost like stains, not anything at least measurable with anything that I have. But it's still got the marks, the paint marks that Stan put on it to indicate the non-ground surface that should be up. So I am extremely happy to not only have a great cylinder square, but to have this one. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Super stoked. And yeah, so I'm going to get these stickers up on the board, but before I do that, I've got a few here that I've been holding off. I haven't done a video with stickers in quite a while. So I've got first from Gilles at Let's Roger That from Canada. Gilles and I have been talking, exchanging emails and stuff for quite some time. He's a great guy. He's been putting out quite a few videos lately too, so go check him out. And then I've got Al DeCola. Sorry it's been so long, Al. Al sent me these back in February, and so his YouTube channel. Al's from Ohio as well, out there where Kimber Zelick lives. And I'll put a link to Al's website, or excuse me, YouTube channel in the description below. And then last but not least, certainly we've got Harkema Metalworks, Bart Harkema from the Netherlands. So love getting stickers from you guys overseas in Europe and Australia, and fantastic making friends all around the world. So I'm going to get these stickers up on the board, and then I'll show you those real quick, and we'll talk later. Alright, so I've got all my new stickers up on the board here. The Bash sticker, Evolvent Design, again, thank you Andrew so much for the excellent gear cutting class. Of course, Bar Z and Stan, big thank you to Stan and your family and everybody else who helped put all of that together. It's such a huge effort. Absolutely fantastic. Definitely going back. And of course, like I said, Sierra Specialty Auto, Randy Richard, Tom Lipton, right next to Jimmy DeResta, Jill from Let's Roger That, Aldecola, Bart Harkema. Yeah, so thank you everybody, and thanks again Stan for an excellent time at the Bash, and I'm looking forward to seeing you and everybody else, and hopefully meeting a few more people next year. So take care.